Hello. Oh wow, there's already some people here. Hi, how are you guys? Uh, Let me see. I think that's probably pretty good. Maybe a little bit lower, but then sometimes you're looking at my nose, so I don't want that. I guess that'll work. Let me get my live chat on. How's everybody doing tonight? Who's watching? Live chat. There we go. Maybe bring it in a little bit closer without dumping the phone. Can I do it? This music stand's a little bit crooked. Hello, how are you? I'm Lorella. Welcome to the live chat tonight. We're going to be talking about beauty and finding beauty in the everyday. And I have an iced tea right here. Do you guys have a cup of coffee? Hey, Trisha's in the house. Hi, Linda. Hi, Grammy. Was that Grammy Karen that I saw? It was. Hi, welcome everybody. And so what is your weather like? Do we have any East Coasters that are being affected by the hurricane yet? Kentucky, you're a little bit farther east than us, so will you experience any of the fallout? Will you get any rain or anything as the hurricane moves up the coast? Hi, Ashley, glad you're here. I'm gonna take a sip of tea while everybody gets settled. Hey, Miss B, welcome tonight. I thought about you as I was coming up with today's topic of discussion. I'm pretty sure you'll have a lot to say. So I'm going to take a deep breath. I have been a bit flustered, a bit like zany. But today I think I'm like gonna hit the smooth sailing mark. Oh look, hair's going where it wants to. It's a rogue hair. Any of you who have wavy hair, you know what I'm talking about. Curly haired people probably face it too. I think really truly curly hair like my daughter Leslie has is a lot prettier than my like wavy stuff, but you know. So Ashley says they've got pretty warm today but a breeze. It's hot here in southern Missouri. It's in the 90s and it has been for a couple days. I thought we were into fall, but no, summer tricked me. It said, yeah, we're gonna go back to summer again. So it's time to put ice in the rabbitry and turn the fans back on and run the air conditioner. Trish says, summer is in menopause. Yes. Yes. She's like, just kidding. I thought I was done. Just kidding. I'm back. So let me take a minute just to think. And Mary, where did you say you're watching from? Are you from around here? I forget. I'm sorry. You may have told me before. And then reconnect. All right, it did buffer. If you guys are seeing me now, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Okay, so we're back. I'm back, yay. So I had quite a bit of a run there with Vlogust, with doing vlogging every day, and it was a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work doing that, especially when I'm working off farm. And in addition to that, I had committed to teaching an interpreting workshop on the 14th, and it's the first time teaching on this subject that I haven't taught before. So that I was trying to prep for that, and then I have my own business, and I filed an extension on my business taxes, and so they're due on the 15th of September, which means I needed to get to them to the accountant by around September 1st. So I was going a little bit nutso. But we decided to postpone the interpreting workshop until spring. So that was like one thing off my plate. Vlogust is over. I got my projects up with the Day on a Farm videos. And today, just now on the way here, I dropped off the envelope with all of the information organized and in spreadsheets and everything for the accountant. But I still feel like I'm in this like mode of I gotta get stuff done, but I can actually take a little sigh and enjoy life, Today on the way home, we're driving down our dirt road and there was this bank of these green and yellow flowers. So how many of you guys saw the picture that I posted a couple hours ago on YouTube with the reminder about this video? Did you guys see that picture with the bouquet of the flowers? Okay, so the whole dirt roadside between the creek and my mom's house, on one side was just these flowers all along the whole way. And I didn't know what they were, and so I got out and stopped, and I'm like, I don't want to just admire these on the road. I want to pick them. Let's bring them home. Let's make a little bouquet out of them. And when I was looking at them, I looked at the stems, and I'm like, these stems look like sunflowers. But the flower petals, the flowers looked more like daisies. They were about this big around. And then they had like a little button center. So kind of like a yellow echinacea, a little bit. And I was like, I don't know what these are. And so I was taking a little video, thought I might throw it in a vlog sometime. And then I remembered I have an app called Picture This. Have you guys heard of that app? Picture This. Like, take a picture. You can take a picture of a plant or a flower, and it will try to identify it with a database. And guess what came up? Not monkey flowers. Monkey flowers did not come up. 3 things came up. I forget what the first one was, but the second one was called hairy sunflower, and the other one was like, what was it called? But it was something sunflower too, but it wasn't hairy. And so it is a kind of sunflower, I guess. But they're absolutely beautiful. So I took them home and I made a little bouquet. And I was just thinking about the fact that it's things like that, having fresh flower in the house, and that really, those types of things bring me such joy. That takes very simple things. So then I was thinking about how I kind of have a positive outlook on life. Typically, I mean, I get grouchy like the next person, you know, I can be irritable or whatever, you know, especially, I'm sure my family would agree with that. But I typically have a positive outlook. I typically see the beauty in things. I typically see the joy in things. And, but I know people who, whenever they go to tell me about something, I know there's going to be a negative comment associated about whatever it is. Like, it's very rare for some people that they only have positive things to say. It's, you know, well, this was nice and this was nice, but you know, I was really disappointed that blah, 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 or I really didn't like it when blah, blah, blah. And I just wonder, like, I wonder, you know, are people just wired certain ways, or is that a learned habit? Do you think life experiences, you know, I just don't know. When my girls were growing up, I had one that was always positive and saw the bright side of things, and one that almost always saw the negative side of things, and they were raised in the same house. And so I always just kind of wondered, like, what is it that makes a person like that, and is it possible to change, do you think? So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and talk about it. And I'm going to stop for a second and see who all is here. I've been seeing comments just fly by. Hello, Mel and Jerry. Hello. And I think I said hey to everybody else. Hey, Kathleen. I'm very excited. 2 of my favorite friends are going to meet each other next week. Ashley, Farm Alarm. Ashley and Tracy are going to be in California for, is it called the Heirloom Expo, I believe, that Baker Creek puts on at their West Coast location. And I know Roots and Refuge is speaking. I think the Fit Farmer is going to be there. And Ashley and Tracy are going to be there. The National Heirloom Expo. I was pretty close. So if y'all have, those of you who are from the West Coast, you should try and get down to Santa Rosa and say hey to those good people. So Ashley, you guys take care of Kathleen. She's coming without friends or family, so she needs people to draw her into the fold. So I wish I could go and see you guys, but I'll just see you in Missouri. It's a little bit cheaper when you come to Baker Creek for the YouTubers after party at my house. So I guess my questions for you then is, are you naturally positive? Do you naturally have an outlook where you find the good in things? Or are you naturally pessimistic and see the skeptical? Are you skeptical of things naturally? I have friends who call me Pollyanna because I just kind of have that kind of sunshiny outlook on life most of the time. In fact, one of my daughters, so first I'll tell the story on them. I took them to their first sleepaway camp when they were probably 8 and 10. And when they came back at the end of the week, I said, well, how was it? And one of my children said, it was great. We got to go on a hike at night, and I forget what she saw, like a lizard, and there was a game room. And the other one said, it was awful. It rained the whole time. We were stuck in the cabin, and I didn't get to do anything I wanted. And I kind of just looked back and forth at them, and I'm thinking, were you guys even at the same camp? Like, the two experiences were so completely different. And yet, I wonder whether the experience was just different or if the outlook was just different. So that's just something that I'm always curious about. I will say that my child who had the tendency to be pessimistic, she has really worked hard. We've had lots of talks about it, and I would tell her in the mornings, Kathleen knows about this, that I actually would go to her as a young adult and say to her, what kind of day is it going to be? It's going to be a great day, and make her say it's going to be a great day, because studies have shown that if you say that to yourself, that your mind actually believes what you tell it. So I just wonder, if we have a tendency to have those kind of traits, whether we can retrain ourselves or not. I think that's interesting. Ashley got my Marco Polo. I was just asking about when the expo was and if you guys are getting excited. Mel says it's a bit of both, nature and nurture, shaped by experiences in their lives and the age when things happen to you. Yeah, that could be. The glass is refillable. I like that. I like that a lot. I might start saying that. That's awesome. And I was talking with someone else today. I was kind of griping about some aches and pains I've been having. And then I remembered that the person I was speaking to lives with a disease where they have aches and pains every single day. And I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't be griping about my little occasional pain to you when you have to deal with something every day. And her response was, just because I have something that I deal with every day doesn't make your headache any less real. You still have a headache today, and it's okay to gripe about it. And I thought, what a very gracious and kind and nice outlook on things, that just, she recognized the fact that me talking about my headache today didn't make her suffering any less. And I appreciate that about people. And I try to remember that too. Like everybody's going through something, But I firmly believe that there is beauty in every day, and that we can choose to find something to laugh at. We can find the joy in the day or not. Now I did see some more people pop in, so I'm going to take a second while you guys gather your thoughts, and I'm going to kind of scroll through. So Anna's here, and Liz, hi. I didn't even get a notification, Liz. No problem. And I think I saw Pam Price pop in. She's actually a very local girl. I'm going to try and catch her at Walmart when I'm there. Or she'll catch me. That's where most everybody catches me. It's a small town. Oh, and Tamara's here. And she says she thinks that grumbling is our nature. If you read the Old Testament and all the grumbling, I see the same thing with us never being happy with the season we're in. Yeah, I guess that's true. Let's see. I just had a thought. Mel Solomon, do you live here in my town? Are you? I think I might know you if you do. Are you from Ava? I'm trying to remember what her first name is. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Anne says, yes, beauty is everywhere. Anne, you're in the hospital. I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you okay? Oh, Mel, you're in Oklahoma City. You're not the person I was thinking of then. Miss B says, I grew up living in the desert. Everyone complains about the lack of green in the summertime, but the colors and beauty can be found. Yeah, so I think that that's the case. And fighting our natural man, yes, 100%, yes. You don't know for sure yet. Well, Anne, I hope you're okay. Keep us posted. So I think about when my dad was ill. My dad had dementia, and that's one of the reasons that we moved here to Missouri, was so we could be close and help my mom. And I just remember that, you know, there's a point when somebody has those kind of degenerative diseases where they're no longer the person they were, right? Because my dad was smart and funny and quick-witted, and you know, he was a meticulous carpenter and really did fine finished carpentry work and all that kind of thing. And so, you know, there was a point where to keep his hands and mind occupied, I would get a bunch of Legos and pour it out on a tray in front of him and have him sort it into little plastic tubs. You know, things like that. Or I would find, you know, little things like that. Like we would build with Lincoln Logs together, and just different things that would keep his mind and his hands occupied. And that could have been a very sad time for me, but it wasn't. I felt grateful to have the time to be with him. I felt grateful that my children were learning that death is a part of life, that they were learning in their teenage years to care for somebody else other than themselves, that they had that. I was grateful that they had the opportunity to see me care for my parents, you know, those kind of things. I was grateful. And yeah, we had a fidget blanket too. And to see, you know, that, and to find ways to interact with my dad and find the joy in spending time with him. So yeah, I'm a firm believer that there's something that you can find to be thankful for and grateful for. And then I saw a comment about my day on a farm video. So I'm going to stop back with that. By the way, your kids on the farm videos were amazing. So I put out 2 videos, and if you're here in my lives every week and you don't know about these 2 videos, really, I might just get pessimistic. I might just need to reach through the screen and give you a little smack and be like, where have you been? I worked on these projects for a long time. I had that idea way back when there was snow on the ground. I went and bought chicks specifically with the intent of taking footage of them in the sunset. So I worked really hard to get lovely shots and all of that. And so I hope that you've seen them. I thought I enjoyed them. They made me smile. I've watched them several times throughout the editing process and after they became live. And I just laugh every time that little girl says, that bunny has red eyes. It's evil. I'm just like, she's like the cutest. I started to say the cutest one of all of them. No, but they're all really cute. But she's like this cutest little like doll type. She looks little and delicate. And when she said that, I about died. It was hilarious. It was like the funniest thing in the world. I really enjoyed that, and having that family on the farm was great. So Yeah, so, and actually I'm really pleased because somebody asked me like, why don't I make more ASL videos? And the honest truth is, sorry, I have to stop and apologize because I hate when somebody says to me to be honest, because all that means is you're gonna say something negative and you wanna be nice about it by saying you're being honest. But aren't you honest with me every time you talk to me? No. I want you to be honest with me every time you talk to me, and I'm going to assume that you're being honest with me when you talk to me. You don't have to say to be honest. So I need to go back and like rewind that sentence. But now I totally forgot what I was saying about it. What was I saying? Somebody bring me back to what I was saying. The videos, the kids. Oh, the ASL videos. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I got off on a tangent of the to be honest tangent. That's my rant for the night. Yes, thank you, Noah's Ark. So the reason not to do more ASL videos is because of all my videos, they really get low views typically. And when I was starting in beekeeping and I was making some videos about that, every video I made, I did an English version and an ASL version. So twice as many videos, and the views were negligent, like almost no views. So that's why I haven't done a lot of ASL videos. But I am pleased to say that the kids on the farm videos are neck and neck. Like the last time I looked at them earlier today, it was like 561 views each, or like 561 to 565 or something. Excuse me, I have a little throat thing going on. So yeah, so I'm really pleased that they're both doing equally well. I took equal love and time and energy to make them. So what deaf homesteaders who have channels? What? Why don't I follow them? I don't know that. Maybe an ASL video at Christmas. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably do some from time to time. Like the one I did with Aunt Donna, I mean, you know, she and I were making pie together. It made sense to do an ASL video with her. Her daughter is my cousin Jessica that comes almost once a year. And she and I usually do our videos in sign language and English just because so her mom and our other aunts and stuff can enjoy us being silly together. Which those are fun videos, by the way. If you haven't seen those, we did a water wars one, and we did what else did we do? We did like the black mask challenge with the yeah, and we did the egg Russian roulette. So we do a lot of games. They're kind of fun. She makes me laugh. We laugh together. Yeah, so Rebecca, later if you can find the channel, and you can put the link in the live chat since you're a moderator, you could add that. That'd be great, because I would like to know who they are, and Tamara probably would too. Tamara doesn't make videos, but I guess she's technically a homesteading channel. What else? What else? What else? Oh man, that mask was bad. And so we did rock, paper, scissors, and whoever won the rock, paper, scissors got to peel off the other person's part of their mask. And it was very painful. It's very painful. But we're laughing. Like, even when I go back and watch it, I laugh so hard. Because it was just fun. Let's see. What else have we got in the works, guys? I like this cup. I might take it home with me. Is it extra wrong to steal from the church? Who else has something going on that you want to share? Hello, Diana. You came in when I was talking earlier. Hey, Lynn. I'm glad you're here. and Melomia. I hope I'm saying that right. Is that a black lab on your picture? It's kind of small. It's hard to see. We have a chocolate lab named Chewy. He is super sweet. He is probably the sweetest dog we have ever owned. Hey, Red Shed. Hello and welcome. And Liz says, when am I going to harvest? Well, probably soon. Probably soon. Bye, Mary. Sorry you're not feeling good. I hope you get well soon. My pumpkin is just about ready. The butternut squash are kind of getting tan, but they're not quite ready to be harvested yet. Rosetta's beans are still in the flowering stage, and the pumpkin has put on a lot more flowers. I found one more new pumpkin. This is not a very productive pumpkin plant. Out of all the vines it sent out so far, just these 2 pumpkins, unless there's one hiding somewhere. I have seen a couple watermelon, and I do have some of the purple teepee beans. I'm concerned about my corn. I'll probably actually make a video about this because I thought the corn was just starting to like brown. It was end of season, but it's actually corn rust. And there's 2 kinds of corn rust. There's like common corn rust, which I didn't know any of this until I went out and took a good look at it. And then there's southern corn rust, and southern corn rust is quite invasive, and it looks like that's what my plants have. And what it does is it attacks the leaves, and when it kills the leaves, then the chlorophyll process, the whatever that process is, the sun going in and feeding the plant, doesn't happen because the leaves are dying, and then your corn doesn't develop properly. So it looks like I might have a bunch of underdeveloped corn. So it's kind of sad, especially because there was so much corn out there. If I had realized cedar rust is a fungal thing, so you have to treat it with a fungicide, and it's way late, like it's all over all of it. So I may not really get a good corn harvest, or I may get a corn harvest with either underdeveloped corn, or like I took one to check it last weekend, and it was like a spiral strip. Like there was this much corn all the way around that was great, and the rest of it was a bare cob. So I don't know. I thought at the time that it might have just been under fertilized, but it turns out it might be that rust stuff. So that's kind of a bummer. But it looks like I'm gonna have a really good butternut squash harvest, which is great because they are pretty much my favorite vegetable. Let's see. Hi, April, you made it, yay! Will you please link ask video? I'm not sure what you're saying. I think maybe you mean ASL. Did your phone autocorrect to ask from ASL? Will I please link an ASL video? Deborah says sin is sin. It's not extra sinful if you steal from the church. So if so A Hackett asks, will you please link an ASL video? So if somebody wants to throw up one of my ASL videos, if you would, that'd be great. What else have we got? Nozark says that, and I'm sorry I've forgotten your name. I know we've talked before. I apologize. You want to learn ASL. So I suggest for those of you who want to just learn a little bit of ASL, or you think you want to learn but you don't really know for sure, you don't want to pay to go take a class at community college or whatever, to look up lifeprint.com, LIFEPRINT, lifeprint.com, and they have 2 college semesters worth of ASL courses online. It's taught with a deaf instructor who has somebody else, like a student, sitting with him practicing, and they have transcripts. They have transcripts of everything they're saying, and it has some practice stuff and questions. So when my daughter was in homeschool, high school, that's what I had her take for her language. Mel Solomon says, I was told to pick corn when the cobs point to 2 p.m. Is that true? I have never heard that. It's my first year growing corn. I don't know whether that's true or not. Has anybody else heard that? And also, how would you know? Because it would depend on which way you're standing. Like when you, like, it could be pointing toward 2 p.m. or it might be 10 p.m. if you walk to the other side of the plant. And then Rebecca just posted a lesson. Bye, Ann. I really hope that you're going to be okay and that you're doing well. Let us know. And thank you, Jamie. Nozark, or Jamie, who's the strangest dog? I must have missed whatever you said about your dogs. I know I talked about my dog, but I didn't hear what you said about yours. Do you have a lab also? Diana has caterpillars attacking your oaks. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, and somebody asked about the bunnies. So I have, I have 5 breeders. I have 2 bucks and 3 does, and then I have 6 bunnies who are probably about halfway to butcher age right now, and they're doing great. The bunnies are in a tractor. They're moving daily to fresh grass. They're getting feed, and they're growing, and all the other ones are doing good, and I'll probably breed them probably next week or so if it cools off a little bit so they can breed, because I'm thinking ahead to like butcher date. So if they breed around September 15th, then they will have they will kindle or have their bunnies around October 15th-ish, you know, give or take, and then it will be another 10 to 12 weeks before they're butcher ready. So October, November, December, January. So we're gonna be butchering in winter. But I guess that's what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? So my rabbits that are in the cages in the rabbitry get Timothy grass or Timothy hay, a big handful or so a day, and about a half a cup of feed a day. The adult ones, a little bit more, actually probably more like 3/4 cup. It's like a big rounded half a cup. And then the bunnies I let them have free feed pretty much. I have like a dog food bowl in their tractor, and I just kind of fill it up morning and evening, and then move them from grass, and they seem to be doing fine with that. So that's how the bunnies are. So I'm looking forward. So the bunnies now are about halfway, so they'll probably be mid-October when we butcher them, which will probably be really nice. But that meant they were born in the middle of summer, which was not good. That was bad. I lost 1 whole litter to the heat, which was really sad, and it was because I didn't know what I was doing. I could have probably prevented it, which makes it even worse. It's awful. It's awful when any animal dies on the homestead, but when it dies because of a mistake I made, that's the worst. That is the absolute worst. I thought the worst was when that pig got stuck, but that wasn't my fault. That pig got stuck because the storm was so horrible. It flipped that huge pig palace over and her leg got stuck. Oh, the mask video. Somebody wants a link to the mask video. Sorry. What was it called? Maybe something like painful. I think it had the word painful in the title, and it's probably my only video with the word painful in it that I can think of. I am using my phone on the live stream, so I can't look it up right now. And it would have been April of 2017-ish. Maybe. It would have been in April 2017 or 2016. But I think 2017. I think it was the last time she came that we did that. Charcoal, it might have said charcoal mask, painful charcoal mask, something like that. There were lots of others of those videos going around at that time. So, I don't know. Bye, Rebecca. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. Been missing you on the live streams. Good night, Red Shed. Thanks for hanging out. So what else have we got going on? Bunnies. Oh, we have some turkeys that we're going to be butchering pretty soon. Probably like I think the date I put on the calendar was the 15th of September, so anytime after that. Tom is big. For those of you who haven't seen, we have 3 turkeys. We have Tom and Turkey Lurkey and Butterball. And Butterball was actually a little white turkey, and she had a prolapse vent when she was a chick, and I actually saved her. I was really glad she survived. And she is gonna be nice and yummy. But the Toms, the 2 boy turkeys, are huge. I can't believe how fast they grow. So we're gonna be processing them. Our chickens are still not laying, guys. Somebody said to feed them cat food, and I was really tempted to try it, and then I remembered I can't do that because my customers are expecting non-soy, non-GMO fed chicken eggs. So I can't just like throw random cat food in there. But I don't know if it's the heat or molting. I've got them fenced in. They're staying around the chicken coop. Meat, really? Huh. What? I wonder what kind of meat I could give them. Some kind of protein. So I used to scramble up eggs for them when I had excess eggs, but they're not laying, those stinkers. Really? So the new layers are laying, but my Matildas are not laying very much. And they're only 2 years old, so they should still be laying okay. And the new layers, the eggs are still little. I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know if they're molting. I did find that hidden nest. They are getting plenty of light because we still have long days here and it's hot. Protein makes eggs. All right, I may have to think of what I can give them that's protein. Like, I don't want to buy meat to feed my chickens because that'd be a lot of waste. But you know what I might have? When we had our pigs butchered, I might have kept the organs. So if I have like the heart and stuff in there, I could chop that up and feed it to them and see if that like ups production a little bit. Or I could also, I have some game bird starter that's a higher protein. That's like 25% protein. No, I don't have any chickens eating eggs right now. No broken eggs, no shells in the nest, nothing like that. I think they just haven't been laying as much or as many eggs. So I'm still working on that because I got customers on a wait list. And I thought with this new addition, so I bought 14 chickens and 3 are roosters. So I have 11 new layers. And then I have 20 barred rock hens. So I have 31 laying age chickens and I'm getting 6 to 8 eggs a day. That's like, I should be getting about 2 dozen eggs a day with that many layers. And I'm feeding them the expensive non-soy, non-GMO feed too. So it's kind of lame. Not really happy with those girls right now. So I'll try meat. I'll look in the freezer and see what I've got in there that we're not going to eat. I found one nest in the garden. They were going under a spot in the corner of the chicken wire into the garden, and they had a nest there. And so then I put a fence all around the chicken coop, and now they're staying in the fenced area. So I'm thinking that, I don't know if they're just mad because they're fenced in and I'm not letting them free range right now. I don't know, but it's been like all summer. Thank you, Ashley, for posting the link for that. So Farm Alarm just posted the link to the mask video. I will probably watch it after I'm done with the live just because it's funny and I enjoy seeing myself cringe in pain. So Liz is having the same problem I'm having and she's in the UK. 26 layers with 3 to 5 eggs a day. Yeah, the large nest. So I found that nest in the garden and I went back. At the time I didn't think of it because I was being, I don't know why, because I just didn't think of it, that I could float test those eggs and use them. And I forgot. And when I went back in a day or two, they had been eaten up. So the the something got it. A skunk or something got in there and ate it. Yeah, I don't think we have weasels around here, but we have skunks and raccoons, and they will all eat eggs. We also have armadillos. I don't know if they eat eggs though. And we have possums, which will also eat eggs. And we have snakes that eat eggs. So we have lots of critters around that could eat eggs. But now we've got them fenced in right there at the chicken coop. So I'm going to check the tall grasses around the coop and see. And we've got Autumn Oaks in the house. Hello from a fellow Missourian. What part of Missouri are you from? We've got several people from Missouri here tonight. Yeah, we had a black snake last year that scared the out of me. It scared me really bad when it was climbing up the window. Like we have a huge window that's 9 foot tall by 7 foot across, and we have on the outside of it a sliding barn door. By the way, that window was a Habitat Restore find. So brand new window, huge. And the barn door was closed, and a snake was climbed up in there to get a bird's nest that was nesting up at the top of there. And it was huge. That snake was longer than I was tall. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So April has been giving me some good ideas because she said to cull out the ones who weren't laying, and she read my mind because when that comment came through, wherever she said it, she said eat the freeloaders a while back, and I was like, how do I know which one there's not laying? And then just a few comments later, she said putting a few in a tractor at a time and see who's actually laying. So that's actually pretty good advice. I also have a silky hen who's one of my new layers who has decided she wants to go broody, but she's not sitting on any eggs. She's just sitting in an empty nest, taking up space. And every day I'm having to move her. Is it too late to let a hen go broody, by the way? Like, cause will it still be warm enough for chicks and stuff to make it through winter if I put her somewhere? I was thinking about putting her in a tractor with a nest, pick some eggs and put under her. I need more layers. I gotta get more eggs. Anybody local got some layers you want to get rid of? Oh, that's smart, Liz. If the hen thinks it's okay, it probably is. Yeah, armadillos are actually, they're really invasive because there aren't many predators to them because of their hard shell, and they dig holes everywhere. And sorry, I just got distracted there for a second. Yeah, and they kind of just dig tunnels everywhere. And they're not native to here. They're like slowly moving northward. I think they were like South Texas and Mexico, and they've been making their way northward. And there's not really a natural predator for them, so they kind of get out of balance. Let's see if I missed any comments. You have a 7-foot black snake in your wall shed. As long as they're eating like mice and stuff, I don't have a problem with them. I have a problem with them when they're around my chicken coop eating eggs. That's not a good idea. You want a drink of my sweet tea? So, I think that's pretty much a good catch-up of what we're doing this week. Yes, we do have a lot of predators in the U.S. Hey, look, Ashley is sharing a link to my Teespring store. Thank you, Ashley. I think that's about it for today. Unless, if you guys have other stuff that you want to talk about, I'm happy to hang out a little bit longer. Hey Howie, we were just talking about whether there's anything else to say. Now I always have people join the last 15 minutes as I'm like, well, I guess that about wraps it up. My family garden, hello and welcome. I think this might be your first time here. Thanks for joining us. Where are you watching from? And if you don't mind sharing with us your first name, I like to try and call people by their first name as long as I can remember it. It takes me a while to learn it, but I will. And Libby's Chicken Ranch, hello and welcome. You have a hawk? Oh yeah, hawks are bad, and they're protected too. It's been circling your chickens. I heard a couple things about hawks that you can put up, like, you know that, like, flagging tape? If you put up silver flagging tape? I don't do anything on Twitter, actually. That probably shouldn't be one of my links anymore. You can put up silver flagging tape. You can put up, did I hear like red string? Like crisscross red string. If you have a chicken run, you can crisscross string over there. Things like that. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments and talk at the same time, and my brain doesn't do so while doing that. All right. Let's see. Yeah, April, I know some of you do get notifications late, and I don't know why that is. It's probably because I don't schedule them early enough. Hey Cindy, are you in North Carolina? How is your weather? Are you in the path of the hurricane at all? Monty's in the UK joining us. Well, thank you for staying up so late at night and hanging out with us. Nice to have you here, and I will try to remember your name, but as Jamie from Noah's Ark can attest, I may have to ask you like 10,000 times. And Autumn Oaks is kind of talking about our topic of the day, which was finding beauty in every day, or whether you're a pessimist or optimist, and that sort of thing we were talking about earlier, and saying some people that stayed on base hated it and others saw every day as a new adventure. April, you are quoting something, but I don't know what you're quoting. So does the string work, Jamie? For the Jamie's dad put string on the top of his chicken run. Let's see. So how did black Orpingtons affect your hawk issue? And didn't you tell me that your guineas like ganged up on a hawk? Was that you, Tamara, that told me that? Oh, so you have a covered run, so you're okay. You just can't let them out to free range, yeah. Red carpenter string. So that is something I've heard. I wasn't making it up. Sometimes I make stuff up that I think I've heard, but it isn't. All right. Oh, interesting. So Tamara says that because she's got black chickens, the hawks think that they're crows, and the crows are enemies of the hawks. That's a nice tip. So you're closer to the mountains in North Carolina. Okay, well, good. Stay safe. Make up something outrageous. Okay, so if you really don't want the hawks to come, what you have to do is you have to get a feather of a turkey. It has to be a white feather, and some chewing gum. And you're gonna find your tallest like point on the chicken coop or the tallest fence post, and you're gonna take chewing gum and you're gonna fix that white turkey feather to it. And so what happens is, because maybe you didn't know, hawks, sorry, I'm losing it. You might, stop laughing at me, Tamara. Okay, wait, I gotta go back. I'm gonna keep going, wait. Let me get my composure. Maybe you didn't realize that hawks not only have a keen sense of sight, but of smell. And they don't like the smell of chewing gum. And so when they see that white feather blowing in the wind, no, that's it. How was that? Did I do good? I tried to keep, I was going pretty good there for a while. So for those of you who didn't see, Liz told me to make up something outrageous, so that was absolutely makeup. Please do not pluck one of your white turkey feathers off and try it. You have a red kit circling your garden this year. Will they eat like the veg and stuff, or are they just looking for critters that are in your garden? Because if they're picking out kite, that's a red kite is a kind of a hawk, right? I believe it's a kind of a bird of prey. So let's see, what else did I miss? Farm Alarm says they don't have any aerial predator problems. That's interesting because we have hawks and we have bald eagles that nest on the hillside by our property. So we have both of those. But they, mostly Chewy is a pretty good farm dog, and he will actually chase the birds that are flying in the sky. He'll bark at them and chase them away. So if we see a hawk or hear a hawk out nearby, we send Chewy out to chase them off. And he has fun. Red kites are massive. Really? I don't know what they look like. Okay, they are a bird of prey, so I was right about that. And Danny from Happy Farms, Louisiana has joined us. Thank you. Your neighbors have a dog named Chewy. What? Hey, so did Henry watch Day on a Farm with you? Did he like it? So for those of you who have children, did any of them watch my Day on a Farm video, and did they like it? Because I really wonder if it appeals to children as much as it does as they do to adults. My son did gum and feather, and groundhog died from chewing gum. I said yay, he was upset. Yeah, we would not be upset if our groundhogs went away. Half our chickens live with goats and dogs. Maybe hawks are why. I figured they were just confused. When we were up at my mom's house, my mom had 2 Banty hens, and they preferred to sleep with the goat. And they would, like, we would go out there and find them roosting on the goat laying down while she was sleeping. Bye, Liz. Thanks for joining in. Talk to you tomorrow. And Pam, I say something's wrong with that boy. That's my best foghorn leghorn. It's not very good. Oh, my new rabbit poo catchment going. Pretty good. I actually haven't pulled it out yet to empty it and see how much liquid is like in the bottom of it and whether I need more holes or not. But it's not like, it's not moldy. It doesn't look soggy. It's not super smelly or anything that I would expect if it was like really bad. But I will probably do that this weekend. I had a little bit of a busy month with Vlogust, and I had to do my business taxes, and I finally got them to the accountant today, which is good because the extension ends September 15th. So, do I make a slurry, or how do I apply to plants and save it? So what I've done so far is just dump it on the ground in the garden, just sprinkle it around. And then that's about it. And I had a big like wheelbarrow full of it that I just poured on the compost pile. So that's what I've done so far. Can somebody remove that person? Ashley, are you around? We have a mountain of whitish rabbit poo. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with poop. It's actually garden gold. Thanks, Ash. So you can use it to amend your garden soil because it can go great in the garden or straight to the garden. It's the only manure that I know of that doesn't burn the plants. You can also mix with water and you can make rabbit manure tea and water your plants with it. You can put it in the hole when you plant starts. It kind of depends on a lot on how you want, like how soon you want it to get to the root system. So I don't know about that, about moldy. I mean, I kind of feel like it, I don't know that that mold is gonna transfer to the plants. I don't know about that. But if you're concerned about that, then I would do what she's saying and make a slurry. So like put it in some kind of container. It'll smell horrible. And you know what you could probably do? Do you have comfrey? Comfrey grows really well around here. And I was watching Richard, or when I went to visit Richard from the Awesome Homestead, he uses like a bucket that has a lid, or like, I actually saved one of the 5-quart, like the big oil things from when I put oil in my car, and I washed it out real good. Fill it up with water and like, well, first of all, stuff as much comfrey in there as you can, and just stuff it full, and then fill it with water and let it sit till it smells like horrendous, and then pour that on your plants. He did an experiment where he had 2, I think they were sunflowers, side by side, same seed packet, same soil, you know, everything. They're like 6 inches apart. One got the comfrey water and one didn't, and it was like a 1.5 foot difference. So I bet you can make like a comfrey rabbit poo manure tea that would probably be amazing to water your garden with. I probably wouldn't put it on any like I wouldn't put that rabbit stuff on any veggies, like your lettuces or stuff that you're going to eat straight from the ground, you know what I mean? But things that's going to have a stalk, like your tomatoes, or I mean, you know, corn or whatever, like I'm probably not going to put it around where my pumpkins are laying. You know what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Sometimes I can't think in English very well. But yeah, and you could just try like rinsing it off or something. Now something else you can do, if you can make some kind of a screen catchment for it so that you can dry it. If you have dry rabbit poo, and you can put it in feed sacks, and I know they were selling at the farmer's market last year for $5 a bag, and that's basically free. That's like completely $5 profit to you, because you already have feed bags anyway, and you already have rabbit poo. So you might as well make money. So gardeners will buy rabbit manure, but it's got to be dry, you know, so that it can go in the bag and not like get nasty. So I will probably work on some sort of system for doing that next year, some sort of saving system. Good night, Danny. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you being here, and everybody else who's been here. We are coming on down to the end of the night. So Mel's dog runs away when the hawks are circling. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Hey, who's here?
Is Jason here?
Jason?
Chase?
Not in here. I haven't seen him yet. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Using a shared space to make my videos. So that's why sometimes people come in. All right. I think that's about it for tonight. I gotta head downstairs and teach some girls. So I've really enjoyed seeing you guys, and I will have another video out Saturday, maybe sooner. I might do a vlog style every now and then, maybe once a week if I can get it out. Some people seem to really enjoy those. So I want to thank you guys for being here so much, and be sure and share the Dana Farm videos around on your social media, anything like that. I'd love it. I'd love it if lots more people watch them. They're really like near and dear to my heart. Goodbye.